I know I haven't really been making any videos recently. Mostly
How's the
because my
volume for you guys?
computer currently doesn't really handle streaming and playing at the same time on DE. But yeah, anyway, this is not gonna be a gameplay video. This is gonna be about some guy I've played today in Quick Search. I already met that guy before, and he felt very dodgy. I felt like he was map hacking, but I thought, you can't map hack on DE, right? But turns out you can, because I played this game and it really felt like he had to be map hacking. There was no other way. It could not be just luck. At this point, it had to be a
Pause, champ. Thank you very much, Philps, for the subscription.
cheat. So I decided to watch the recorded game. Thankfully now, every game you played in Quick Search is going to be recorded. It will be overwritten by the next Quick Search game, but if you just, react quick enough and don't play more games, you will have your recorded game saved. So yeah, I just
might just
watched
speed
this
it up,
recorded
guys.
game from his side, and you can see it's very obvious. You will be able to see that. I'm gonna do it step by step. So we have that player. I can't write or say his name, but he's currently on the first page of the ladders. You will see he's like really not good at the game, yet he managed to be that high on the ladder, which is
we need
already
to get
kind of suspicious in my book.
Kaiser a
But
PC
yeah.
before we get him
So
a mic, though.
we'll play it slow at first.
Because
We're going to select his explorer
PC at the
and
moment that he's
watch
got.
carefully the waypoints. So he's just gonna crack shoot that treasure, whatever, okay, he's just starting. I disabled the view lock, by the way, because it doesn't really lock on the actual screen as far as I can see, so I'm just gonna do it myself, So, at first, nothing weird. He's just going somewhere, so it doesn't look like he's cheating so far. And then suddenly he's just gonna, set his waypoint right over here in the fog of war. Okay, why not? So he's just gonna send his ball there. He doesn't have a crack shot because he just crack shot that treasure in his base. So he's just gonna sit there and just fight the tiger, which is already a really bad move because he's gonna lose a lot of HP. But okay, so he just found that. Okay, could be luck. Sure. Now directly shift clicking his explorer on this side of the map, and what do we see right here? Another treasure. Okay, on the other side of the map. That's pretty weird. By the way, guys, I know my microphone is not doing too well at the moment, so I hope it's gonna be good enough so you can understand what I'm saying. So yeah, just finding that next treasure here. Again, going to not micro anything, which shows that he's at most around PR 20 or something. I don't know the equivalent in DE ELO, but he's not a good player by any means. Yet, like I said, he's on the first page of the ladders, and you will see why. So yeah, just fighting that, losing most of his HP.
Just going to pause it for a second, just to give you guys a little bit of a background. So I'm an expert when it comes to cheating. Now, I don't say that from the perspective that I cheat, but I'm a certified anti-cheat veteran on Counter-Strike Global Offensive. It was actually pretty easy to get. I think it was called Overwatch, and you had to do it. But it was so much fun doing Counter-Strike Overwatch because they would put a random demo in front of you, and then you'd have to determine whether the person was cheating or not, and that kind of thing. One of the cheaters that Age of Empires had in the original game, his name was Xeoneq, Xeoneq, and this guy was a really good player. He was PR 50, and he was legit PR 50. And in a tournament game, I think it was a round of 64, he just started map hacking. And the reason why people knew he was map hacking was because through the fog of war, he clicked on the enemy explorer. He clicked on the enemy explorer through the fog of war. And that was just it. That was the end. He just got insta-banned and the community shunned him and he never played again. But I encourage you all just to keep an open mind, at least in the beginning. Obviously, we can see that this player isn't of the highest caliber yet, and just the fact that they've gone to a couple of treasures, as Kaiserklein is saying, it looks a little bit iffy. But there's nothing necessarily that you can call hacks on yet. There's nothing even close to it. It's quite common for newer players just to send their explorer to a random point in the map, and it just so happened that there was a treasure there. Okay, we need to be aware of that. What does PR 50 mean? PR 50, so in the original Age of Empires 3, PR 50 was essentially the highest rank you could obtain. it meant that your power rating was 50 points. So my power rating was 46, but that was not the highest. Like Braden, as an example, I think he got up to like 51 or 52, even though you were only meant to be able to get to 50. No, he didn't actually, Edho. He was legit. He was a legit player, because he actually confessed on, I think it was on Age Sank. He confessed. It was an old site back in the day, and he said, you know, like I used to play legit, and I don't even know why I did it. Like I was in a tournament game. I totally forgot the replays were going to be recorded and that people were going to be able to see from my vision. It was just really stupid. And yeah, he said he'd never cheated before.
Finding the treasure. Next waypoint.
Anyway, sorry. We'll jump back into it. Yeah, Fat Joe, but you can't just say like it's bad path for scouting, because we've already seen an incredibly bad thing to begin with, which is that he just like right clicks the Treasure Guardian. So anyway, yeah.
Let's see. Can't see it yet. All right. Just again, of course, it's in the Fog of War. Again, setting his waypoint right next to the wood treasure. So you see, he's already like
What the fuck?
just identified the 3 resources treasures he wanted. So he could age in time. You know, he used the 40 wood for his market and the 80 food just to age a bit earlier. He could have been gone to that treasure instead, but I guess he's just not very good at the game, and you know, he just doesn't really know what he's doing. But either way, it's obvious already in Age 1 that he's cheating, because he's like setting his waypoint every time exactly on the treasure. Now he's so bad, he's actually gonna...
Sorry, just to pause again. Someone asked what is the map hack? So it's most likely that he can just see the entire map at all times. So see how right now Kaiserklein's in the replay, and he can just see the entire map? I suspect it would look like that. There are other ways that it can be done, by like just showing artifacts. So say, for example, just showing the coin, or just showing the treasure, and just showing the trees over here so you wouldn't see the ground, so that you know that you haven't, quote unquote, explored it yet. There's lots of different ways that it can be done. But I suspect that it would just be removing the Fog of War completely.
lose his explorer to the treasure, which is kind of hilarious, actually. And now we'll play it fast a little bit. So, just so you get some context, meanwhile, I went for 12-10, and I'm aging quite early. So I'm going to try to be aggressive against him. So let's see what happens now. He's going to send out a build to get his explorer back. So, as you can see, he hasn't scouted most of the map. You have this really weird scouting pattern, right? Because he Maphacker, so he just took a scouting pattern no one else would take. But he hasn't scouted most of the map. So he's going to rescue his explorer. I'm going to kill his explorer because I see he sent a veal to get it. So he's going to take that treasure, and I'm going to kill his explorer. And meanwhile, what am I doing? Well, like I said, I'm just going to send out a veal and try to go for some early pressure. So that CDB is perfectly out of his line of sight. Like, it's not even line of sight at this point. It's just the black part of the map. He hasn't scouted that part of the map, right? And he will not scout it because he's going to lose his explorer again. He's going to go in the corner of the map here. And what do we have here? A Minuteman call. Interesting. Let's see where they are set to go.
Oh my god. Okay.
The waypoint is exactly here. What do we have here? My barracks. Interesting. Oh, well. That is a really good game sense he's got. You know, he knows exactly what he's doing without even scouting. Gonna kill my CDB. I could have pulled it back, but honestly, I was kind of busy just typing to him because I was like, dude, you're a cheater. You know, that's impossible. I knew he couldn't scout with his dead explorer. Okay, so that is another proof of him cheating. Then what do we see? I'm gonna send out a second.
All right. There it is, guys. There it is. I mean, you know, in the beginning, I was keeping an open mind, but Kaiserklein's got me. It's not even the 5th minute mark yet, and I'm already convinced. But no, in all seriousness, let's keep watching. I want to see what else we've got.
CDB, because I think I can snipe the low HP Minuteman and maybe finish my barracks. Honestly, I shouldn't have because he's gonna get 2 Ulans, but it doesn't really matter. What matters is that while my CDB is crossing the map, you can see he's gonna set directly his Minuteman. Because like, I was thinking, you know, maybe he's not gonna pay attention. I can kill his Minuteman, but no, he's gonna just directly react way before it comes in line of sight, and try to push my CDB away, which I do because I see he's bringing his Minuteman. Now he's got 2 Ulans that just pops. Okay, let's toggle back the Fog of War. He's setting the waypoints. This is clearly not in his line of sight. You will see his waypoints are just literally following that CDB he cannot see. You see, he's just like following it. He should have put in slower speed, but yeah. And so now he's gonna just find it and kill it. Okay. So yet another proof of him cheating. So, well, that honestly, that is just enough to prove he's cheating already, but I'm gonna keep playing the recorded game because there are even more evidence of this cheat.
Hey Thomas, we're watching a video from Kaiserklein. He created a video called "Obvious Maphacker Playing Ladder Games on DE." So this was posted on his YouTube channel on the 19th of December. So for me, that was about 5 hours ago. So it's quite a recent video, and we're watching it, we're reacting to it. At the moment, where we've just seen the person that Kaiserklein's playing against call Minutemen on his forward racks over here without being able to scout it at all. So you know, when you call Minutemen, you're denying that early aggression from Kaiserklein, and he did it without any line of sight.
Yeah, I'm not gonna play that fast. It doesn't look like it works so well. Here, I'm going to push a little bit, and you'll see he first pulls his wheels back, and then he's like, okay, he's probably not gonna find me on the coin mine, so that's why he's gonna lose some wheels now. He's just, he's gonna react a bit and like pull these wheels and then pull them back and be like, yeah, okay, he can't see me, and then in fact I just find him, so he's gonna lose some wheels. So that's why I get ahead in this game. He just I feel his skirms. So despite him not hacking, I'm still able to win the game because he's really bad. So now he's going for Black Riders first. He's going to hunt down on Musketeers. And then it's around minute 11, I believe, so we'll have to wait a little bit longer until we get to that point. He's killing 9 Ulans. By the way, note how bad his build order is with the 500 footage up into an FF without 700, without anything, and slow wage. It's really, really bad. Again, you don't get to top 12 player with that kind of build order if you're legit, so he's just not legit. Alright, so here we are. What's going on now? Well, absolutely nothing from his point of view, but actually I'm just pushing across the map, and he knows it. So he's just waiting on one side of the map, totally waiting for me to just commit to pushing a little bit further, and then when he knows, he doesn't see me. I'm out of his line of sight, and he's just going to push me back, because he knows he can't take on my army, so the best is to just push my vills to buy some time, And look where he's clicking. He hasn't ever scouted that part of the map yet. He's just running his whole army on my whole eco, somehow. Okay, so he's gonna just come here, I'm gonna...
Just pausing. I would just dismiss this part. This to me isn't at all conclusive that he's cheating. Perhaps that, like, even his decision making is good, but just the fact that he's rallied the units like that. Like, I have literally watched Piroshiki select all of his units and then right-click the other side of the map in a giant drag box. And Piroshiki's played 15,000 games as Spain. He might be map hacking. I don't think so. There's nothing to suggest that Piroshiki's map hacking, but he does that exact same thing. And there are going to be games where he does land on people's economies. Now, it does look a little bit sus. I will accept that. This particular engagement, I guess you'd call it, but that is definitely not conclusive of cheating, this specific one. Yeah, Edho, I agree with you. Just the Minutemen call was just enough. There's really no disputing that Minutemen call. That was very, very, very blatant. If he wanted to maintain any sense of, what's the word? Viability, maybe? Or if he wanted to appear that he wasn't cheating, he wouldn't do that. Yeah, Erebor, he's definitely cheating. Yeah, deniability. Thank you, Edho.
Lose some bills, not too many though.
Kaiser,
and because...
So someone just asked in the chat, is he really cheating though, or is he stream sniping? So Kaiser doesn't stream that much anymore. He used to stream a lot, but I understand that at the moment his PC isn't the best. So it's a little bit difficult for him to stream because it's a bit laggy. So yeah, he wasn't streaming at the time, I don't think.
He's overextending. I'm still going to be able to clean up some of his units with my goons. And the whole game is just going to be like that. So he's just going to lose units because he's bad, but he's going to keep raiding me because he attacks. So here you see I'm taking great trades, killing off his Ulans. He's lost most of his army. I'm already very far ahead in the game. Um, not much to say about this, but now you'll see. Okay, I was looking for a hunt here. Looks like I didn't have that many hunts on my side of the map, so I'm just gonna set these guys on the coin mine. And he's directly gonna send 3 Olans there to snipe them down. You can see it's like he already set them right on this coin mine.
But has he scouted the coin mine? Yeah, he scouted the coin mine. So
and he's not even gonna pay attention, you know, he's gonna stay AFK there, not gonna control his units because that's, yeah, he's just got a map hack, so he can just send them there and let them work. Now finding more wheels here randomly, they were not even hunting anything yet, right? Not mining coin, not hunting, he couldn't know they were there and he just sent all his army to catch them and his skirms to cut off my goons. So yeah, catching that. And there will be something very interesting around minute 20. For the time being, it's just going to be more of this. He's still going to lose some wheels because it's just not good. Pulling back all his wheels here from that coin mine because I'm actually pushing, you know? Like, he didn't see that, but he preemptively pulled back all his wheels from this coin mine. He could have been there, right? There's only 3 coin on that mine, so you would expect him to go to that one, which is the closest. At least send some wheels there, but no. He's gonna pull everything back and go to that one coin mine, because that's where my army is not. So I'm expecting wheels there, and there are none, okay? Now he's gonna do the same trick again, you know? He's starting to push on the left side again, because he knows my army is coming on the right. And he's gonna go again to find my bills. Okay, you could argue that these could be visible because of the dead hunts, but I just sent them there, and he's not a good player, you know, but finding the bills, okay. Gonna try to escape. Or actually, he's gonna go to that coin mine again because there are bills. That coin mine has been depleted, but he knows I have bills there, so he's gonna try to catch them. Gonna react too late, so he's not gonna kill any bills. Now he's going to siege my TP. Again, pushing in the corner, which shows he's not a good player because he's gonna get cornered. Gonna pull back because my goons are here, you know, he doesn't know they're here, but he's gonna pull back just before they come. Gonna get cornered because it's too late. Even with my hack, he doesn't react in time. So he's losing some skirms, and now he's gonna raid again where my wheels are, so that's here. I'm gonna have my army here, so he's gonna pull back, and he's gonna move to these wheels because he knows they're there. Then I'm gonna micro away, I'm gonna kill his Ulans, chase away his Black Riders. So he's gonna be very far behind. So every single Ulan's gonna die. He keeps pushing on my wheels and then pulls back because he knows I've got Falconets here in my skirms. Alright, the Ulans are dead. And now you have to watch this closely. So I've got my Falconets here, okay? I think it's in 1 minute or something. Look at his macro, by the way, really not well macroed.
Yeah, look at his macro. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the 7th villager in queue with 855 food. It's kind of crazy that a player of this skill level can reach like the front page. Like his decision making is relatively good. Like taking the fights that he does and distracting Kaiserklein, like going and pushing into his base. Now, obviously, he's doing that with the insight of map hacks, so it's a little bit different. But I guess one of the other things I just wanted to say is that all of the stuff that we just saw there, like with the moving around to different parts of the map where there were resources, I don't think that that's particularly suspect. At least it's not definitive. Obviously, where there's vills there, and you know you've got 6 mines, and they hit the one mine that you had vills on, yeah, that it's frustrating and it looks suspicious. But I don't think it's necessarily definitive, like that Minutemen call. That Minutemen call was the most blatant thing I've ever seen, and we'll go back and watch that again, just for those of you who are only joining now. But yeah, that was definitely the nail in the coffin, or as some like to say, the coffin in the nail.
Yeah, he's still gonna manage to lose Veil somehow despite having vision of the map. And now, so he's raiding again here because he knows I've got CDBs. Like, you know, I could be on that mine, but he knows my bills are here, even though this one is more exposed. He's not gonna be able to catch my bills because he's bad, so he's just gonna kill one Veil, and then my goons are gonna be here in time. And now my Falconets are gonna be exposed. So he sees that, even though they're obviously not in his line of sight. And he's gonna try to go for them. Look at the rally point. It's like behind my falconets and my skirms. So he's like, oh wow, look at that, his guns are out of position and I can catch his falconets with my Maphack. I'm going to just like just go for the catch. But then my goons come back and he knows it, so he doesn't go for it. Interesting move, right? Moving that cav like that, just trying to catch the falconets and move it back. Like no one without a Maphack would do something like that. It doesn't make sense to just go there and then pull back without seeing anything. So now he's just gonna lose his units. See, very bad unit control. Just gonna delete his back riders. Keep in mind that guy is top 12, huh? And he's just deleting everything. Okay. Now he's again finding some vills out of line of sight on that coin mine. Like he knows where all my he's not raiding here, right? Or here he's just raiding where my vills are without knowing it. But I'm on top of it. And now, I think it's in a minute or something. So I keep pushing, doing some damage. He's gonna bring some units back again. You know, it's cats and mice. He's worse than me, but he has vision of the map. So he just keeps running around because he can raid better than me because he knows where everything is. So that's his way of winning games. That's why he plays Germany, because obviously Ulans are great at raiding. And with the Maphack, they're even greater at raiding. And now, okay, so I'm baiting him because I saw that move with my falconets earlier, you know? I knew, like, okay, that's weird. He could have caught my falcons and then he just went back because my goons were coming, so I'm just gonna bait him. So I just bait him with my falconets, staying idle there. I'm just gonna let them here without any cover. And the second my goons walk away, what do we have here?
Oh, yeah.
He just,
you see, that
did you
right
see
on
these
top of
flags? Like he just ready point his Ulans on my falconets. Doesn't see them, but he goes straight on top of them.
Yeah, he rally
Even
pointed
splits
right
already one Ulan on the low HP falconet and two Ulans on the high HP one because he knew there was a low HP and high HP falconet. And just directly catching them. So that was a bait from me because if you look at the scores, I have won this game. I don't need my falconets. I can just crush him easily with my army. So I just wanted to make sure he was map hacking, and look at that. The second I walk away my goons, he just goes for my falconets. So another proof of him just map hacking. And that's pretty much it. I won the game, that's bad. But yeah, he's not just map hacker. So what does this mean? I hope this means they will ban this guy. And I hope we can keep reporting this kind of map hacker so they ban them. Because if they don't ban, then there's no reason not to do it. So this guy should be removed from the ELO ladder, and he should not be able to launch the game anymore, basically, in multiplayer at least. So that's one thing. The other thing is, I hope they can find how to fix it. So there's basically two options. Either this is the old Maphack software that we used to have on the legacy game, you know. We all have played against map hackers there. Maybe it's still the same software. If that's the case, it should not be too hard for them to fix it. They should easily find how it used to work and be able to fix it, right? If the other option could be that some people already figured out how to craft a new hack, so a new map hack, and that would maybe be a little bit harder for them to figure out. But either way, I hope Microsoft does everything they can to figure out how this works and patch it as soon as possible. We have enough bugs at the moment without also having hackers. It's hard enough to play rated games in good conditions without also people just hacking like that. By the way, I also made a thread on the official forums about the out of sync. So there is a clip, I posted it there, where someone says, I'm gonna break the game, and then literally 10 seconds later, it goes out of sync. So
is that
it's not only map hack, it's
is that
also
the clip he's talking about? I think that might be one of my clips. That happened to me in a game. The out of sync thing.
So basically, cheating is going to be very rampant on the multiplayer of Definitive Edition very soon if they don't do something about it. Because we already see people map hacking, people out of sync. It's only a matter of time until more people get these hacks and start spreading them. All right, so that's it. That video was essentially just a proof, so I could post it on the official forums and get the attention from Microsoft. So it's going to be on my YouTube, but it's not really for you guys to watch. It's
what's happened? Oh, we've lost
more
it.
for Microsoft to watch, I hope. So yeah, thanks for watching anyway, and see you.
All right. So let's just go back to that Minuteman call just at the beginning. So I'll just mute it and we can have a look. All right, so here we go, yeah.
not scouted because he's gonna lose his explorer again. He's gonna run in the corner
Turn up the quality as well.
of the map here. And what do we have here? Ah, a Minuteman call. Interesting. Let's see where they are set to go.
So just
Waypoint is exactly here.
what he's explaining is that so his explorer is killed over here, and it's knocked out. He can't see it, and yet he's rallying Minutemen directly to this
Here,
spot.
what do we have here? Ah, my barracks. Interesting. Oh, well.
That right there, that's definitive proof. That right there. I don't even need to see the rest of the video. Just that one clip is all I need to see. There's absolutely no way that he could have the intel to do that. That's just like literally, and he's right clicking it right on top of it. I mean, when you throw in all the other things, obviously it's all good and well. So really, in summary, when it comes to this video, we got to keep an open mind. Most of the video, I would say it looks sus, but I wouldn't call the guy a cheater. I mean, okay, I'd probably call the guy a cheater, but it wouldn't. It's not evidence that he's cheating. That Minutemen call, that's all the evidence. That right there.
Side at this point, it's just a black part of the map. He hasn't scouted that part of the. So he's gonna rescue his explorer. I'm gonna kill his explorer because I see he sent a veal to get it. So he's gonna take that treasure and I'm gonna kill his explorer. And meanwhile, what am I doing? Well, like I said, I'm just gonna send out a veal and try to go for some early pressure. So that CDB is perfectly out of his line of sight. Like, it's not even line of sight at this point, it's just a black part of the map. He hasn't scouted that part of the map, right? And he will not scout it because he's gonna lose his explorer again. He's gonna run in the corner of the map here. And what do we have here? Ah, a Minuteman call. Interesting. Let's see where they are set to go. The waypoint is exactly here. What do we have here? Ah, my barracks. Interesting. Oh, well. That is a really good...
Yeah, like that's all I need to see. Like there were a couple of other points in that video, like the falconet bait that he did, that aren't necessarily definitive. They look sus, but yeah, I'm definitely like if I'm in a position to ban people, I would ban that guy. Just from the Minutemen alone, I think that really sets it apart. So I think he's also mentioned that he posted a thread on the forum. So it doesn't look like he's provided a link. We might have to go hunt for that later. But yeah, look, I think that's a great video from Kaiserklein. And he's 100% right. You know, one of the things that I noticed early on was that people were out of syncing the game still. Let's have a look and see. So here we've got another clip. So this is from Skippy108. Guy gets salty and crashes the game. Such a loser, I'm breaking the game. His name's Tanner as well. Of course his name's Tanner.
Oh, they're so fucking toxic.
Ready.
Maybe you go get some puss once in your life. What? Yeah,
Wait, what?
There you go.
I got nothing. They crashed the game.
Yeah. So the exact same thing happened to me. I think I actually put that one in a YouTube video. I'll see if we can spot it. You guys are all going to enjoy this ad. Exposing the Drongo. Where is it? Yeah, here we go. Ongoing investigation. Look at that amazing that widescreen. So here you can see Maphacker, his name is, and he says, "You want to know something funny?"
You picked the wrong guy to tangle with here, mate.
So keep in mind at this point, 2 of his teammates are out. It's just him. We're in his base, killing his dudes. Maphacker, you won't even win this match. Ha 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 ha. And then it loads. Apparently, I think we've just lost some quality. Let's. Oh my! Why do I have so many good quality options? Look at this, guys. If you're in need of quality, come over to the Drongo's YouTube channel. And then we get out of sync. So, Yeah, I think it just might be a case of the old hacks are still working. I suspect that's what we're seeing.